Hey guys, it is me, Marty, and we are on our way to the biggest game in the area. It is the Coal Bucket game. It is Mount Carmel versus Shamokin. Mount Carmel is going for what are you doing, Amanda? Mount Carmel is going for their 20th in a row win, and it's intense as hell. It's the only high school football game that I will actually pay for. And yeah, the hype is real. The town, you could feel the presence of the intenseness. And yeah, let's do this. So we just got down to the stadium, and best here is the line to get in. So yeah, and there's like 5 minutes till kickoff, and not everybody's even in. It's going to be one hell of a game. Look at all the people, look at all the cars. It's crazy. So we made it to the game. The score is already up 14-0. There is, it's already 4 minutes left in the first quarter. And yeah, we're already kicking ass like expected. Shamokin it's just beautiful. I am busy looking for people. I actually almost got kicked off the Mount Carmel side because of my hair, because Mount Shamokin side is purple and white, as you can see. Like you can kind of see over there, purple and white. Let me see if I can get it to focus. And I'm still figuring out this camera. Bear with me. But yeah, I got yelled at. I had to do a little name game with my dad's name and be like, hey, I'm Carmen's kid. They were like, oh, okay, don't get into trouble. Thank God my dad works for the school and everybody knows him. So I'm going to continue adventuring around, and yeah, I will check back in later as the game goes. As you can see, the crowds are massive. The music is blasting. We are 14-0. It's halfway through the second quarter. So yeah, we have about 10 minutes left, and then we will be on to the halftime. And hopefully I'll meet up with Skylar, and then yeah, so exciting. Alrighty, so let's do another fun voiceover since everybody seems to love them so much. So this was our wonderful Coal region Coal Bucket game. It is the biggest game of the area of the entire high school football season here. It takes place on, I think it's the very last game of both these teams' schedule. It's been happening for, I think, 109 years. I could be wrong. And yeah, it just always gets intense. I remember reading somewhere, I cannot find the article, so now I kind of question if I've dreamt about it or not, but I remember reading somewhere that ESPN compiled like the most oldest hardcore rivalries in the country, and this actually topped the list. I can't find the article, so now I kind of question if I dreamed about it as a child, but that could be actually a possibility, and I could honestly believe it because of how hardcore the rivalry goes. This, like I said earlier, is Mount Carmel's 20th year to hopefully win the Coal Bucket. I'm not going to spoil the ending here quite yet. And yeah, Shamokin has been trying to get it back for so long. I have sisters who have never even, I think, my brother, no, my one brother has seen Shamokin have them. Well, he hasn't seen it, but he's been alive for Shamokin having the Coal Bucket. But it was pretty much just a really awesome, fun game. I enjoyed it a lot. I spent time with my sister a bunch. I hung out with Skylar, and it was great. I ended up, when I got there, when I walked over to Mount Carmel side, they were basically lectured me and were like, you should go back to the other side. And I was like, the security guard, because they kept it separated, because there are a lot of fights. As you'll see, I think I actually have a fight or two captured on the video here. So, but yes, it's very, very crazy. There's cops everywhere. There's security all over the place, and it's great. If you could see in the background on the other side of the field, right now I'm sitting actually on the Shamokin side, because that's where Skylar was sitting, because she's from Shamokin, which makes my life very challenging that all of my friends are from Shamokin. But most of my friends are from Shamokin, and I am all from Mount Carmel and everything else. But if you look on the other sides, and then you'll see it, because I go to the other side later on, you'll see how like there's all these signs and banners hanging up on the fence there, and that is like the sign stealing that they do throughout the nights before the game. And they're just like, it's basically they try to steal signs from the other town and then hang them up to display them as trophies. But I know coming up shortly you will hear Mount Carmel student section cheering hardcore. Like, you could hear that my camera picks them up this loud. I did not tweak it or anything. And like, this is their student section cheering for the, and like they're celebrating 20 years because they're preparing themselves for 20 years.
20 years.
but that's across the field diagonal, and it's just like so loud and intense. And I was just like, holy cow, that is so loud and crazy. And it doesn't surprise me. I know that this year Mount Carmel student section at home games has been intense. I know that there's been a few people that I am friends with on Facebook that I've seen organize and plan out the way that they're going to be doing the student section, and it's just neat because they have done a really good job. Coming up is, I think, if I remember correctly, Shamokin ended up finally scoring close to the end, and they went for a field goal. The field goal was up. It was good, and then there was a penalty on the play. I'm really bad at reading penalty things. I'm pretty sure it was false start on Shamokin, and they ended up having to go back 5 yards, and then it resulted in the mess that has... I don't know if it'll be seen or not. My computer is being very stupid, so this might be all out of sync. We shall see. But then you see the fun. It looked like it was snapped a little too high when bouncing down the field, and I apologize for the camera jumpiness because I got a little bit excited and was like, yeah, when I saw the Mount Carmel people pick it up and try to run it to the other end. But I guess in high school you can't return a field goal attempt for a touchdown. I don't know. I don't know if that's something that's only in high school or if that's also in the NFL. I don't quite understand football rules. But yeah, it was like really intense when I saw this happen. I mean, it was sad to see all of Shamokin's fans, students, whatever you want to call them, leaving, because pretty much by the end of the game, like, their student section was empty and everything. I mean, that would probably be disheartening for the players to look up and be like, oh, especially when they started leaving just at the beginning of the third quarter. And already they were like leaving. I mean, if I was a player, I'd be like, wow, okay then. And it was just like, whatever. And yeah, this actually is a whole lot longer than I expected it is, so I may just turn the sound on for the rest soon. I'm not 100% sure. Some fun things, and I don't even have any fun facts to think about for the Coal Bucket game. This is my first one that I've been to in 3 years. Last year I watched it or listened to it over the radio. Alright, now here we go. This is the second fight I saw. I guess the first one I ended up having to cut out. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to have these types of things on here and upload them, but yeah, that's one of the things I saw. And then somebody was like, we're running onto the field, so obviously I needed to join in on that. I only never got to do this, and I was like, yeah! And basically at the end of the games, I don't know if this is a high school thing or at like their big games or if this is just something we do or not, but it was just, we all charged the field at the very, very end to be like, yeah, excitement. And it was just great because you could feel and see the intensity of all the people in the crowd, and that was me yelling, yay, 20 years. Up soon, I'm going to have more audio going from the thing, and I really apologize because you're going to hear me screaming and whooping and hollering and being all excited, so I apologize in advance for the damage that may do to your ears, because I get very, very loud, and I got really, really into it because, I don't know, it's just always fun. I think this area, everybody gets into it regardless. Even in the end, I just wanted to give a sample there of the sound real quick on that. That's pretty much how that entire clip sounds. Just so intense, the screaming and the hooping and the hollering and the just all like, yay, Mount Carmel won. Like, it was extremely intense. Like, this is the entire time of the rest of the night. This probably went on for like a good half an hour down on the field before everybody finally left. And here is our grand prize. It might not be much, but there is the Coal Bucket. This is actually the closest I ever got to it. It walked right by me, and I was like, that's so cool. And I probably could have reached up and touched it, but I didn't. And that is what our football teams play for every single year. A coal bucket full of flowers, which I don't quite understand, but whatever. And then here we are counting down the wins we did. Oh no, wait, this is the chant thing about 20 years again, because we did that a lot, because that bucket has been in the school for 20 years. I'm 23, so I was 3 years old when we won the bucket, and Shamokin hasn't gotten it back. But right there is pretty much all that was left in the stands by the end on Shamokin's side by the end of the game, and it was just like, oh wow. And it was kind of like, yeah, look, there's the walk of shame of them all leaving. But at least it's good for them that they left, or that they stayed towards the end. And now here's us counting down our wins because they're like, count it down. So yeah, kind of got into that a little bit. And then there you can see a closer up view of all like the signs that I was talking about earlier. And in a little bit, you'll see everybody going up there and ripping all of the signs off the wall. They tear them to shreds. They destroy them all. These are signs that we're hanging up in Shamokin, and they just took them all and were like, yeah, and to show them off. I think we ended up getting way more than Shamokin did this year, which was awesome. And then next coming up is a bunch of pictures that I took some of them and Skylar took some of them. I'm pretty sure the ones that are focusing on the Shamokin football team, Skylar took, obviously, because he's from there. But yeah, so here's just some random pictures throughout the game of, the teams and the players standing along. And I figured I'd go ahead and show them all off and be like, hey, look it. And then I also have, right there's a picture of the signs. And then there's Shamokin again. Thank you, Skylar, for all of these pictures of the Shamokin football team. And then there's the final score, 35-6. And there's the team and the cheerleaders.
Alright, well that was the infamous Coal Region Coal Bucket game. It was a wonderful, wonderful time. I had a blast. I ran into Skylar. I didn't get to film anything with her, but some of the pictures that you saw a few minutes ago were hers, as I've probably already said. We ended up winning the game 20 years in a row. Like, I have sisters that have never been alive to have ever not had the coal bucket in our town, which is so cool. It was so weird being over with the Shamokin team because that's where all my friends are pretty much. And also because at first they kept sending me back whenever I would go to Mount Carmel because my hair. This night is literally the only night where purple being your favorite color is a bad thing if you're not from Shamokin, because Shamokin's colors is purple and white and Mount Carmel's is red, white, and black, kinda. So it's just kind of funny because it's like, hey, I am not for Shamokin, okay? But yeah, I had to name drop my dad's name and boom, instantly they let me go through because my dad works for the school and literally everybody in this area knows who he is. So yeah. So that was a great day. I'm going to end the video here because I feel like it's probably already really long. If you guys did enjoy this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And I just remembered I forgot my good vibe of the day, so I'm going to do that. So my good vibe of the day had to be, again, Mount Carmel winning 20 years in a row. We did a really good job. Both teams played really good. I give them that. But it was just an awesome game to see. It was fun walking. I ended up hanging out with Amanda, my sister, a lot. Whoops, sorry Amanda. She wanted to be like the mysterious sister, but I guess that is over with. And she's gonna probably yell at me as soon as she sees this. But yeah, I got to end up walking around with my sister most of the time, and yeah, it was a good time. So that is my good vibe of the day. Anyway, I guess that is all for now. Once again, if you enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe right up there. Be sure to check me out on my social media down in the description bar below. And I guess that is all for now. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. And I hope you guys have nothing but good vibes coming your way. I still don't know why I do that with my hands, but whatever. Okay, bye!